Oh man, what a game! It was definitely a four-quarter battle. We thought we had it put away a couple times, and they just wouldn't go away. That's a credit to their staff and the character of their team and their kids. And the great thing about it is we can improve so much from this. There's so many things we could have done better tonight, and if our kids will stay hungry with the right demeanor and humble, I know we can get a lot better than we played tonight. And they had 100 plays, and that just wore our defense out. And I was scared to go tempo because they needed a break. It seemed like every time, and the crowd was electric. It made for difficult, but we handled it pretty well. Had very few penalties because of that. And I think there's a lot of growing up that happened tonight with some kids, and then the maturity in some showed. And hopefully we'll take all the positives from it and be excited about the win, but look at everything that we didn't do properly and get better for next week.
All right, questions? Does Chad have that it factor that you just know when you see?
He's got some kind of factor. I don't. There's sometimes it's I was a bit frustrated with him Sunday night. He was glued into one receiver on a lot of our combo routes, and I know we had open guys that, and he'll learn from that. That's the thing. He comes over and he wants to know what he did wrong, and he's hungry to learn. But he certainly can make plays. He proved that again tonight, and against a really good defense. So he's a gamer. He's got some it factor to him for sure.
Created 5 turnovers, 2 on special teams.
Yeah, those were huge. For us to win the turnover. I told most media before the game, I really thought that at the end of the day, if you looked at who won the turnover battle, who had the most explosive plays, that's probably the team that would win the game.
How long did y'all practice that play to Attaboy Joe on the tip?
You know what? That happened actually in my prayer time today. That's the only thing I can say about that is to God be the glory.
Was there anything you were going through your mind initially when
Yeah, what are you doing, Chad? Exactly. He came over and I said, brother, you need to pray hard tonight and thank God. And let's don't do that again.
The reviewed play, did you think that he had thrown it before he crossed the line?
Oh yeah, I was my guys upstairs were pretty confident that both legs and the ball have to be over the line, and I was pretty confident that his back leg was behind the line, at least, if not more. I don't know what it ended up being, but my guys up top were pretty confident too.
You mentioned how the defense got gas. Marquis Haynes, though, at the end of the game comes with huge pressure with the interception. Seems like they still have.
Yeah, we just found a little left, but it was certainly. I tell you, when you come on the road, you can only bring 70 guys. The home team can dress, I think, 15 more. That special teams and all those things that go into it. This is our first time on the road and a very emotional. We were drained, and we will have to go back, and I'll have to talk to Paul and Pat and make sure, what do we do? We need to evaluate the plan we had because we were gassed.
Is this Robert at his most impactful?
I thought so tonight when he was not so gassed, but we had to come in and get him an IV. But man, first half I thought he was pretty special. Maybe the first time that I've seen him finish plays, when he had the opportunity to all the time.
Did you have the desired balance on offense tonight that you wanted?
We had enough. It was kind of a weird game to call, really, in the second half for me. It just your defense is gassed, so you don't want to go tempo. Yet you got to get some first downs, and they were able to match us with their calls pretty much because we're taking our time, and they're really difficult to run the ball on. But we had we found a few things that gave us some good runs that I thought kept us just enough balanced.
You look dry, no Gatorade shower 2 years in a row. Is this not an upset anymore?
Well, we certainly think that we are at a point now where it's not a shock. I still say it would be an upset in most people's eyes to do it here. I don't think it's been done 2 years in a row, maybe ever. I don't know, maybe ever. So maybe, it has.
No, it's the first time ever.
First time ever. So I would still say that that's a surprise to a lot of people. I don't think it surprises the people in our locker room. My pregame was as short as it's ever been. I just told them, you're good enough to win. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to be anything you're not. You know, just let's go be who we are and see if it's good enough.
You ended the game with Sims, Rawlins, Patterson.
Yeah,
I mean,
bunch of young ones.
yeah, but they held their own.
And we'll have to watch the tape. You know, I really, that last scenario there is one that keeps you up at night as a coach. You know, you got a field goal kicker that can make that. And if he makes it, it's over. But they could block it and run it back. You got a yard that you need. You know, most teams you feel like you can get it, except for against them. They're just really, really good at that short yardage, interior stuff. And, you know, I think we made the right call. I thought we used the clock wisely and got it down to as little as we could. And then we just had to play prevent and hold them out of the end zone.
Did you come out relatively injury?
I have no idea. You know, a lot of people were going out. I think it was more cramp issues than injury, but I'm not sure.
Does this one feel at all different than the one last year? Just an immediate aftermath.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm thrilled, and kids are thrilled. I mean, we just had Eric Church in our locker room singing "Outsiders" with us, man. I mean, that's a blast. You know, it's one of my country music's heroes, man. And so I'm totally thrilled. But I mean, last year being the first, and in the fashion it happened at home in front of probably 50,000 of our fans, and but I tell you, whatever we had here tonight. You know, they're great fans, and they were all into it for us, and you know, I appreciate our fans and our administration and everything that's going into building this program.
It was exhausting just to watch that game. But the coach
Yeah.
playing it, all the shifts,
Yeah,
back and forth, call post calls. What's it like for your coach?
it was an emotional roller coaster. I really thought after we hit Laquan for the touchdown, the game was over. Dang, they come back and take a little time, get it in, then get the onside kick. It was a great onside kick. I mean, it hopped right at the right time and just went too high for our back line to grab it. And we got Evan there, who I trust immensely, and he just couldn't get up to it. And then they made it the one-score game, and man, we, you know, a couple big first downs that used some clock to get it down and get it on our end of the field. So it was exhausting, though. I'm exhausted. I hope my boss from my AD will give me tomorrow off. I don't know.
What'd you tell Chad after the game?
Just loved him, man, and proud of him. But we'll go. He knows. He wants to go watch it, man. Let's get better, and he'll stay hungry. And he's driven. I don't know. How many turnovers do we have?
0.
That's what I thought. So he took care of the ball. We could argue one throw was questionable, but it ended up being a touchdown. So. But for the most part, he took care of the ball under immense pressure at times.